All right, folks. Here's the trade breakdown of yesterday's EU trade. Now, as soon as I saw them close last week's candle, let's use the infamous bar replay. Close the previous week's candle above the CRT low, then it's safe for me to expect them to push price higher, right? Wick below, higher prices. It's candle 1, candle 2, and before the week starts, I have the intention of entering in the wick of candle number 3. Right, so open, low, high, close. So I'm going to wait for them to open and then dump below an old low and focus, right? So put aside whatever you're doing and focus on what I'm saying. I'm looking for them to go and open the candle and then dump below an old low. And then I enter and ride the entire candle upwards. All right, so that's precisely what happened. A classic type 1 CRT. Candle 1, candle 2, candle 3. And this was aided by the dollar index analysis, which I did last week, which is also candle 1, candle 2, wick above, and candle 3 dump. All right? So that's the basic premise of the higher time frame bias I deducted before entering. Right? So notice how this is not me, like you see on social media. It's not me looking for entry model. It's not me looking to enter and press a button. No, it's me marking the landscape. It's me deciding to take a trade in the direction of the higher time frame candle, which I conclude will go a certain way. All right? It's not a random buy or sell. Right? That's not how this works. You first decide where you think the higher time frame candle will go, and then you capitalize on it on the lower time frame. That's step 1. Step 1 is decide where the higher time frame candle is going to go. In this case, candle 1, candle 2, candle 3. I'm expecting it to go and blast into the previous week's high and the CRT high. Right, and from there on, we'll see what happens. Now, the lower time frame entry. I'm going to first mark the weekly open. All right, so Sunday, 5 p.m. is the weekly open. I go and open the 1-hour chart. I then mark before a pre-open liquidity pool. All right, remember the chapter 3? I'm going to mark a pre-open liquidity pool. And after the candle opens, I'm going to wait for them to stab into because I'm bullish, right? I'm going to wait for them to stab into a pre-open liquidity pool and then produce a model number 1 and rally. So the entry was below the old low, and because it was a fairly large size trade with around 54 lots, right? With the stop loss at 7 pips and a target of the CRT high. Right now, I'm in no way or shape or form advocating that this is a normal trade to take. Right? This is what I did. The risk on this trade was around $5,000, and the reward was $80,000. Right, on a Monday. I'm in no way, shape, or form advocating that you will be able to do this in the beginning of your journey. You won't. In fact, you'll do this, but inverse, right? So it's going to go down this much, right? But just to show you what can be possible once you master the craft. Risking $5,000, and the reward was $80,000. I always, when entering with size, I always leave some space for slippage, right? So a couple of pips extra won't harm you, especially if you're on the right side of the market. Right? If you're on the right side of the market, and if your bias is correct, then a couple of pips extra as a stop loss won't harm you. In fact, it's recommended. Right? The exit, my exit was at 10 o'clock. And now your homework is, as CIC members, your homework is tell me why the stop loss was 7 pips, 7.5 pips, and why the exit was at 10 o'clock, right? Instead of waiting for the CRT high. Right? And before you go and do the homework, note this down as well, which is I always, almost always, especially if if I'm already in a huge profit, I like to shave off my entire position or most of my position when we've hit 75% of the way of the target, right? As a sort of an insurance against the market and the market makers and what they're going to do to screw me over as someone who is deeply in profits, right? And with that, I conclude this trade review. Go do your homework, why the stop loss was here, and why the exit was at 10 o'clock exactly. All right? I hope you found that insightful. I wish you good luck, good trading, and for those who are going to join the upper class, there will be a wait list released in the next 9 days. It's only 9 people, right? Not more. So stay alert.